Yo, what up? It is the 27th of November. It is currently at 10:53 p.m. on a Wednesday. And what are we up to today? Looks like the grass is still getting gray. It's becoming winter, clearly. I don't know when the first snow happens. I've seen someone say just today, actually, that they had snow in their game. So, if it rains at any point now, I suppose that means it's going to be snowing instead, which is kind of cool. So hopefully we can witness that, actually. That'd be kind of cool. But I just realized it's very close to 11. Oh, look at all these apple trees. This looks great. Oh, I can even put an extra one here. That's good. But yeah, let's go to the shops first, because I do need to do that quick. Now, yeah, I determined I needed a few more cedar trees. That's, yeah, not happening. Yeah, so I need to do that. Alright. I don't think I need... No, I don't need that. I don't need any of this. Okay, well that was easy. That's how it usually goes. Yeah, I haven't been getting up to too much. But... Actually... No, yeah, that's the end of that sentence. I'm still just sort of enjoying my holidays, really. It's been... Well, when did I submit my last assessment? That would have been... I think the 6th of November, and now it's the 27th. So, yeah, it's been like 20 days. And, I've done some stuff, but not too much. I'm sort of tied up between if I want to start working, like at a part-time job, or if I want to start learning driving stuff. I guess I can do both. I just don't want to overwhelm myself, I guess. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I was thinking, like, I do school, obviously, during the day. Maybe if I do something that's, like, a later, like, night shift, maybe not fully night shift, like, probably not anything past midnight, then, it can, it'd probably be better. Yeah, I don't know, though. I mean, I guess around holiday time is a good time, just because, you get the holiday rush hours, which, if you're not working there, is a lot better. Or working at that time, I mean. Like, if you do a night shift at somewhere that, that applies to, then there'll still be more work, and probably more pay, but you don't have to deal with all the busyness, I guess. Hey, Hugh. According to the letter I got from that... My room's a mess. I can't believe that lousy coordination scored me 427 points. And then he says something like... I know something, but I can't help but laugh like a maniac. 427 points. Yep. Because cutting edge style always takes a while to catch on. Okay, now being judged, but I can't help but laugh like me. Okay, so I'm not, like, fully memorized it. If I needed it to be memorized, though, I could. I actually was pretty proficient. Proficient? Is that even the right word there? I was good at memorizing scripts when I was doing acting in high school. It would only take me a little bit. I haven't had to memorize, like, a full... for anything, like, crazy, obviously. But, yeah. I mean... I feel like a lot of it is how it bridges from one thing to another. Like, as long as the scene is written logically in a way that, each of the lines that you say sort of transition between each other easily, then I feel like it's kind of easy to remember it. Which is weird coming from me, considering I often tout how bad my memory is. I'm bad at remembering events. I don't know why. Oh wow, doesn't this outfit make me look like I'm glowing? When I wear new clothes, I feel like a whole new me. Quack. Quack. That's such a weird catchphrase. I like Mallary, though. Despite her catchphrase. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about my whole acting experience before. Oh wait, a weed grew here. This is actually one I wanted, because I wanted to grow an apple tree there. Okay, you know what? I'm tired of all these weeds being around here. I'm going to make the decision, and I'm actually going to do it. For each individual weed, I'm going to decide if it's to be plucked or, you know, replaced with a tree. The only exception to that being those weeds that are in the paria, because those are intentionally placed there because they add to the greenery. Or at least they would in, like, any season that wasn't, you know... Or any... Actually, the only season... half the year it doesn't really work, but still. The idea is there. I was also... I remember yesterday thinking about putting leaves, furniture leaves, on the ground around some of the trees in the area, because I think it would fit in with the greenery. And I might do that today, because I do have some furniture on me, and I kind of forgot to sell all this stuff that I've got on me, because I didn't realize I had it. Oh, Peewee. Hello. I was just here to dump something at my house. You ever seen those notes to self on the town bulletin board? I'll bet that's the handiwork of Marina. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Did you know you can change the words of a message? Just saying. You can't do that. I don't know why what he means by that. Yeah, got a bit of crap on me. Oh, that landed there. Oh, because there's clothes here. I didn't even see those. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, Peewee? You looking at that flower? Yeah, I've never seen them look at... That's weird. Unless he's looking at this rock because it's got a pill bug in it. Let's see. Because I know they look at bugs. Yeah, it does have a pill bug in it. How did he know? Yeah, and he looks at the bug. I think it's because they must have the bug, in it. This is in a game logic sense. They must have the bug, like, spawned inside the rock, and they just make it so that when you hit the rock, it pops out of it. So it already exists, which means that the villager can see it, because, you know, obstructions aren't really considered. Like, you know, this game doesn't have, like, ray tracing, which... Is that what I'm thinking of? I think I'm thinking of ray tracing. Or, no, ray tracing is, like, a thing that you do to graphically update. I'm thinking of, like... when characters have, like, a cone of vision. There's a word for it, but it's basically where they have... I'm gonna make sure that the ray tracing is not... No, I feel like ray tracing is, like, just an advanced... Ray tracing is a computer graphics technique that's... Yeah, okay, that's... Yeah. Am I thinking of ray casting? It's like a thing where... Oh, yes, I am thinking of raycasting. Raycasting is when you code any sort of AI thing in a game to sort of have their own cone of vision where they can see certain things but, you know, have, like object and obstruction built in. Lately I've been helping Hugh with some personal training. We've been working so hard day and night. Let me show you how I do it. You can do it, Bacon Bits. Feel the burn, feel the burn. See, not too shabby if I do say so myself. Don't you agree? It's interesting. But yeah, so raycasting, they basically, it's literally casting a shape in front of them, and whatever the shape first touches is what they can see. So in that case, they don't have raycasting because they can clearly see through the rock into where the bug is. S-Rock, I've got a job for you. You gotta deliver this letter to Mallary ASAP. I'd love it if you could take care of it within 30 minutes. Sure thing. And you can think about opening it. I've never done that before. Maybe I should do it at some point. I mean, I don't think it would be a very interesting result. I mean, the villager would probably get mad at me. Let's also talk to Cube. Oh, everyone's very happy. And Peewee is. So is Cube. Doesn't seem like Peewee and Marina are always fighting. They used to be so close they'd split a single cup of milk tea. What could have caused things to go so wrong between them? I still think if they were to go back to the social aspect of Animal Crossing more, which in my opinion is severely lacking in like New Horizons, and even personally even in New Leaf, I think the social aspect isn't amazing, but you know, that's a whole different conversation. But if they were to improve that and sort of go back to it a bit more as the focus of the series, then I really think having like actual scenarios coded in for like gossiping and like rumors between villages and the personal relationships between villages that like are like have consistency, like have villages be more friendly towards others and stuff like that, and it would really improve, I think, the believability and just the general, I don't know, it would just, I think, generally just improve that aspect of the series. Because then you can have it be real. Like, because when, you know, when Cube says that, it's not like that's a consistent thing. You'll find this information very interesting. What? What's that mean? Quacks. I don't really understand that letter, but Pompom seems well. Well, Disco S, do me a favor and tell Pompom I said hi, okay? Sure thing. Yeah, I think that you could do that idea, like having a thing that, you know, keeps track of the way villagers feel about each other. Obviously, it would require a ton of dialogue, and that's why I'm saying it sort of requires them to return as with the social aspect of the series as a focus, because otherwise, you know, it would be such a big part of development time. And I think that's the main thing with New Horizons that I don't like, is that it's very much trying to hit multiple like things at the same time. It's trying to be a, you know, cool, you know, big creative game where you can do all of this stuff, but then also, you know, being more of a traditional Animal Crossing game at the same time. But it kind of doesn't do either of them perfectly, and in a way those aspects sort of meddle with one another. Like, more traditional Animal Crossing is kind of threatened by having more creativity because it inherently sort of messes with the role of the player character in the original games, that you're basically just as powerless like as the other villages. And obviously there's, you know, concessions to that made for the purposes of this being a video game. Like, you have to be able to have your own control, and there's things that you can do that the villagers can't, but mainly just for the sake of the fact that it would be too difficult to make the villagers able to do those sorts of things. Like, I don't know, let them make custom designs and stuff like that would be, you know, a bit complicated. But generally, you as the character kind of have a similar like state as everyone else. But then, you know, in New Horizons that's different. Obviously, it's different in New Leaf too, and then that's kind of a thing where I think that's why that series shift has happened, and people don't really. Well, some, you know, people are so divergent on it, I guess, that it's not as confident in its identity anymore. At least in New Horizons, it wasn't. You know, obviously we don't know if that'll continue for whatever the next game ends up being. But honestly, I'm not expecting too much really, because I think they found the creative niche of it, so they're probably just going to continue emphasizing that. But, you know, I've got this game, so I don't really care too much, I guess. I mean, maybe a remake of an old game. I wouldn't expect it, but it'd be kind of cool. But yeah, point to circle all back is that the social aspect, I think. Well, I mean, obviously, it's pretty clear in New Horizons that it was shafted in favor of, you know, developing all the creative things. Like, there still is dialogue in New Horizons, obviously, but there's a lot that's just, like, you know, very simple interactions that don't really feel like actual interactions, and a lack of uniqueness and all that stuff. But I think that's one of the best aspects of the series, really. Let me see if there's a good spot. If I put a leaf like here, how does that look? You can only really, you can't really see it that well, right? Classic sofa. Let me put it behind this. Can you see it well back here? Oh yeah, that works. But yeah, like I was saying yesterday when I was talking about this idea, you can't do it too much because otherwise you will lose your perfect hand status. I really feel like this weed just has no point being here. Like, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, it has such a... You can't really even see it that well, and obviously the other fact is that, you know, the leaves, the weeds are not green during fall and winter, so it doesn't really work. I know I watered these already, but I kind of want to make extra sure. And then this weed, I don't know about this weed either. I mean, I could just grow a tree here. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think there should be a tree here, because I like the idea of this being an open area. I think I'm going to place a flower here. Let's grab this white rose, replace it with a furniture leaf. And then, yeah, I really think that works, those leaves on the ground. They're very, like the pears, and they're very, they're not too, like this one's a bit hidden. They're not too strewn about. I mean, they're very bright. I don't know if the items are affected by lighting, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think it works. I mean, I could, yeah, no, I think it works. I still think that that's going to be one of the nicest looking areas come the end of the year, just because of how much I've been working on it. Okay, so we're coming up on another weed that I've been deliberating on. This is an easy spot to remember. So if I want to grow a tree here, then I know that it's here. But I also am considering that maybe I don't even want a tree here at all. Although, if you sort of mirror this tree here, it's kind of a nice little, like, entryway into the able system. I mean, you're not entering it from here, you're entering it from these paths, I guess. I'm gonna pluck it, but I think I can remember that if I do want to do a tree there. And yeah, I think, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. Because, you know, there's no right decision to be making with all of this stuff. Yeah, obviously I do like creative stuff in these games, and I mean, obviously, and that's like a big... I still think that is a big factor of the series, like, you know, decorating a house, and I mean, the arguable plot, or, I mean, main, I guess, objective of the game is generally to, you know, pay off the debt of your house and expand it, you know? So, I mean, the game does very much center on that idea. I guess it's less so that I want certain things to be emphasized, and more so that I would prefer a balance where everything feels more equally represented. Yo, S-Dog, thanks for saving my bacon back there. I thought my ab-crunching days were totally over. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a present for hooking me up so nice. A pinball machine! Damn, that's a good gift. I mean, I already have one, but still. Boy, you've hooked me up big time. You know what, next time you get sick, I'm making my special super unglutenized soup. Dude, having a pinball table in your house would be pretty cool. I feel like it'd be a thing where, if I had an arcade cabinet, how much would I play it? You know, I think it's the same thing. Like, a pinball machine is cool. And it's not like it's a bad thing to have in your house necessarily. It's just, is it worth it? I mean, the answer is probably no, let's be honest. But I guess it depends on the kind of person you are. Also, like, a pinball in an arcade is, like, fits in pretty easily because everything in an arcade is loud. But in your own house, I feel like a pinball cabinet would be a lot more annoying after a while. Okay, what trees was I going to replace? Where do you think I went last week? You were gone? Come on, I went to your house. Since you're always off running around, I knew you wouldn't be home. Okay. Yeah, I am always off running around, Q. I'm making this town a better place. How does that feel? Yeah, honestly, like, being Mayor in New Leaf isn't that crazy, especially because, you know, it's not like the characters really treat you like that a lot of the time. I feel like, to me, my problem with my main problem is just that the idea of having too much control. I think it makes you too, I don't know, I think it detracts from a lot of the original series vision of being like a game that's not necessarily a life simulator, because it's not realistic, but also a game about life in general, where a lot of the thematic elements tie back into this idea that you are sort of experiencing life, and it's obviously, you know, in places dumbed down a bit, and maybe the word dumbed down, you know, it's not the nicest way to say it, but, you know, dumbed down in the sense that it's not actually like real life. But it's a game where a lot of the characters, a lot of the, you know, scenarios, and just in general, a lot of the, I guess, emotions that it draws out are all in relation to that theme. I mean, in this game especially, you have all of the episodes that you get to look at with all of the NPC characters having, like, talking about their history and their problems and all this stuff. And, like, befriending... Yeah, let's... Oh, man, I wish I had an apple on me. There's not an extra one behind there, is there? No. I could pick one up from down here. But yeah, no, you're befriending, like, characters like Brewster and Sable and stuff like that. Got a little quiz for you to take. If you had to guess, how well would you say I get along with Peewee? According to Cube, you hate each other. That's a little extreme, don't you think? I mean, we may not be the closest people in the world or anything, but I'm not about to do anything drastic, if that's what you're getting at. I wasn't, but now that you've suggested that, I'm not sure. That's what kind of what I like. I mean, in this game, you can have the villagers not even like each other in some points. I mean, Cube, was it Cube or someone else, like at one point is just, like, straight up suggesting that he's just not friends with certain, you know, villagers around. Also, oh man, this weed is actually right next to this one, so I can't do that. Okay, we'll put that back then. But yeah, you know, I think that's my main problem with New Horizons, is that it doesn't have that balance done as well, and as a result, I don't think it is as thematically... It doesn't fit thematically with the rest of the series. And, you know, obviously that's a very, I guess... I didn't do this. Okay, I did, okay. I mean, I didn't. You know, obviously the way that I think is very, I don't know, deep about the game. I don't want to sound, like, obnoxious about it, but, you know, obviously most people are just playing the game and having fun or whatever, but, yeah, I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm, like, correct about any of this. It's just the way I feel. I was thinking also, when you put carpet and wallpaper on the ground, it turns into a little treasure chest. I don't know why, but I just thought, wouldn't that be kind of cool if there was just a little treasure chest washed up on the beach? I don't know if that's the best spot for it. Like, maybe it'd be more hidden. You could do buried treasure. Ooh, that could be fun. I kind of like the idea that it's just a treasure chest washed up on the beach there. I'm going to keep that there. I think it's fun. Hopefully, I'm going to look, actually, why don't I, oh no, I didn't think the, environmental ranking will update today. We'll look tomorrow, because I want to make sure that I've not been putting too much stuff on the ground. It shouldn't be that bad. I mean, you know, there have been times where I've had, like, so many clothes in front of my house, and yet I don't think that was ever, you know, making my town worse. Yeah, that's gonna be about it for today. Some thoughts about Animal Crossing, I guess. I guess today, oh, I watched a video today that was making me think about it, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. And yeah.